to please never give up on yourself. No matter what you're going through, there is a way out. And then I have a mantra. Can I share my mantra? I say this every day because remember we said we always have two voices in our head. You know, the good one telling us positive things, and then we have a negative voice. Or if you're scrolling on social media and you see people doing things that you're not doing, it's okay. You're not supposed to be doing those things. You're supposed to be doing what you're good at.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way today from US, Kelley Tyan. How are you, Kelley?
I am doing fabulous. Thank you so much for having me.
Amazing. This is like an honor for Monday Talks to have such a great guest like you. Great minds, great story as usual. So let us start by who's Kelley? Can you introduce yourself?
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Kelley Tyan. I am from Boston, Massachusetts, and I am an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for 25 years.
Wow.
I am a faith-based entrepreneur. I help women learn to believe in themselves so they can climb higher and they can move mountains in their life that they've never dreamed of. So I've written a book called Addicted to the Climb. I have a podcast called Addicted to the Climb, and I have many group coaching programs for women and one-on-one coaching, and I love what I do. I love empowering women and even men. I have a few men clients, but I love just empowering people to live their best life because we only have one shot. So let's go.
What about Kelley the person?
Kelley the person, I am a mom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a wife. I have 2 children, and I love working out. That's my hobby. I'm into health and fitness. I believe having a strong body can lead us to having a strong mind. And so I cherish those things, and I'm very happy.
Amazing. So Kelley, your journey as faith mentor, transformation coach, and health wellness expert, truly inspiring, especially with Addicted to the Climb. This is a really powerful philosophy that drives everything around your podcast, your business, your coaching approach. Can we talk more about this?
Absolutely. It really, I just have been through many things in my life. And what I realized over all the obstacles I faced, over all the setbacks that I faced from losing my mom. I'm an only child, and so I went through grief. I'm a breast cancer survivor. My dad was diagnosed with a rare blood cancer. There's just been many things in my life that I've been through, and I realized that giving up is not an option. I don't want to give up. I don't want to throw the towel in and quit on myself. And I wanted to be an example for my children to never give up as well. So Addicted to the Climb is really powerful to me because I am on a climb. We're all on a climb in life, right? Like life is a climb. I say if we're not climbing, we're going backwards or we're staying the same. And for me, I know God doesn't want us staying the same. He wants us to continually evolve and live our best lives. And in order to do that, we have to keep climbing. Even when we get faced with a diagnosis like breast cancer, for me, I had a choice to make. Am I going to have a pity party? Am I going to cry and just stay stuck and feel bad for myself? Or am I going to show up and show other women that if I can do it, you can do it. If I can keep moving forward, I want you to keep moving forward. So Addicted to the Climb, the message behind that is all about just believing that there's something better on the other side of that mountaintop. It's not about the mountaintop, right? We can run the race and get to that mountaintop, but everything takes place, the growth, the learning, the learning who we are, the journey. It all takes place in how you get to that mountaintop. And that's what the meaning of Addicted to the Climb is.
It's like you were saying, you've been through many challenges. Overcoming challenges is a crucial aspect of personal growth, especially as a breast cancer survivor. And again, 4-time national bikini champion. You have faced adversity and remarkable resilience like that. How do you help clients to embrace challenges and use them as stepping stones towards their goals?
Well, a lot of times my clients, they have a lot of doubt about if they're capable enough to take the next step. And so I always say, when we doubt ourselves, we're delaying any kind of success that's possible. So it stems from, I think people get stuck and they stop themselves from climbing because they're doubting their potential. They're doubting that they can even get to that next step or that next level. And I try to explain to them that when we doubt, we delay, right? Nothing happens when we doubt. We're only delaying either the learning part of what we're doing or the greatest part of what we can do. So I try to take them back a few steps and really dig deep into what are the fears that are holding you back. And it's because a lot of us face fears. We're afraid of letting go. We're afraid of stepping into the unknown. And again, what we just said, the joy is in that journey. It's not at the finish line. So we're going to stumble and fall. We're going to face fears, but it's about climbing anyways. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? It's like we can't, we have to face the fear. And for me, it's all about faith. So for me, I encourage my people in my circles that faith can move mountains. And if you believe even in yourself, you can move mountains. And that will, I say, increase your faith and starve your fear. Feed your faith, starve your fear. And when you can start doing that over and over again, when you start really starving your faith and pushing it out the window, that's when you can experience breakthroughs in your life. When you really start, you gain courage by doing that, which builds confidence. And so it all kind of ties in together.
It's like, going back to the ladder and climbing, it's step after step. But what happens is the speed of climbing. Sometimes one step take a year for us to take it on. Sometimes we fall back 2 steps behind, or we stand still. How we can charge ourselves and we keep moving. Okay, sometimes when to hold, when to move, when to just take a step back. How do you judge that?
Well, I think it all comes down to our commitment level. So you said taking a step forward, it might take a year. It really comes, am I committing myself to this thing that I want to achieve? Am I going to commit to myself to stay on the climb no matter how long it takes? None of us know how long it's going to take for us to arrive, to get there, to, we can put in the work. That's where a lot of people give up. They give up right before the breakthrough is about to happen. They quit too early. And again, we don't know really how long it will take. That's why the climb, taking the steps every single day and making a commitment that no matter what, even if I don't see the results tomorrow, even if I don't see the results yet, we can't stop. There will come a time where I believe in what we sow, we reap. So if you're sowing something great and you're not seeing the results, I promise you, if you keep going, you will reap the rewards of what you're doing. It works every time. There's science behind that. It's like working out. We don't see the changes in our body every day in the gym. it's when we look back and say, wow, if I worked out for 3 months straight. If you look at your picture 3 months ago, that's where you really see the changes. So it's about your commitment level. Stay committed to the goal. And no matter what, even when you're not seeing visibly your results, just know that what you put in, you will get those rewards no matter what. And I believe that because I lived that life. I've quit. I've gave up. Nothing happens. It's in the moments where I focused and I kept going, even when I'm tired and I don't feel like, because some days we feel motivated and other days we're not motivated. But in the times where I keep going, I see how I'm achieving more. You know, I'm getting my results. Keep going. And it's all about that commitment.
Aligning with this, but I understand there is no final step. It's like we keep climbing and we enjoy the process of climbing. And we look at our past and think, yes, this is what motivates us for moving further. So, because what we are looking for is a final step means that we're ending our lives. Am I just like aligned right with you, with what you were saying?
I agree.
So going back to the word you said, potential, your belief in the power of self-empowerment is evident in the impact you have on women's lives, just like you mentioned earlier. Could you share some practical strategies or techniques you use to guide your clients in cultivating self-belief, unlocking the whole potential of theirs?
So one of the things that I do with my clients is I have them make a list, and it's called Who Am I? And I have them sit quietly and write out all the beautiful things all the skills that they have, parts of their personality. And that's how they really discover their potential. Because a lot of my clients, they don't know, sometimes they feel stuck, or maybe they're going from one job and they don't know what they're doing next in life. They lost who they are. They don't know who they are anymore. You know, as a kid, we're so confident. We don't really compare ourselves. We're happier, like, as you know, when we're young. And then as we become an adult, so many things happen in our lives where we kind of lose ourselves, or other people influence us. And maybe we're in a bad relationship and we lost ourselves. So I have them go back to, what am I good at? Who am I? And that's really, you mentioned, you know, potential. We all are capable of so much, but if we don't know who we are, then we can't move forward. We can't, you know, get to that next level until we find out our strengths, what we're good at, what we're skilled at, and that's where our potential comes to life. And
why is it difficult for adults while kids just live life naturally? It's like, what happened when we get bigger?
Well, you know, life happens. So we're kids and we're so carefree. We don't have any worries in the world. We play. You know, we're just out there being a kid, and then as we grow up, we come against mean people, or we get in bad relationships where we're scarred, or we go through trauma, and we all go through these things. Nobody is exempt from going through hard times, but I think as adults, we end up getting scarred, and that really takes us down, and we can't seem to get past the scarring of what happened to us. So we stay mentally in those places of, we remind ourselves, well, this person hurt me, I'm not worthy, this person called me names, and that's where we have to build up that self-belief and go back to, who am I? Well, I was once a very loving person. I was once I didn't care what other people said about me. I don't need somebody's permission to tell me it's okay to go. And that's the difference. That's where I teach women to go back to that. You don't need somebody else's permission to climb higher. Let's just go back to, what are you good at? What motivates you to want more in life? And let's increase your faith in yourself and in God, because I believe in God, and I believe that taking God with us on our journey, we can really move mountains. So for me, it's really, going back to, again, who am I, and getting back to that, because you're right. We somehow along the way of life, we get distorted thoughts about who we are, which is really sad, and but it holds people back from climbing.
Just like you were saying at the beginning also, you said faith. So faith really plays a significant role in your coaching programs. So how do you integrate faith principles with health and mindset coaching to create this holistic transformation experience for your clients?
Well, I believe that we can't do life alone. I believe it's very hard to rely on our own strength, because, again, someday our feelings get in the way. Some days we're happy, some days we're sad, some days we're not motivated. So that's why, for me, I was so sick and tired of trying to do everything myself. I said, I'm going to ask God for help. I need help. And you can ask your friends, and you can ask this one and that one. But when it comes down to it, when we're alone in our thoughts, it's hard, right? We always have those negative thoughts and the positive thoughts. So I brought God into my world, and I've experienced personally transformation. I've seen God's hand on my life, and I believe in the power of prayer, in bringing God into every area of our life. And things don't get easier, but they get better. They can be more peaceful. You can have more joy in your life, even through pain and setbacks, when you have God in prayer. Because, again, doing it ourselves is very hard. So I teach, you asked me about in my programs in helping women, but I just teach them that in our own strength, we're weak. We can be weak, but with God's strength, we can go so far. And so I've seen it work in their lives. I've seen it help them attain weight loss, to, health goals that they've set for themselves, all by bringing God into their equation.
Yeah. The journey of self-improvement is full of challenges, and sometimes you get hurt. Sometimes things get us stuck. So what kind of advice would you give someone who is stuck in their current circumstances, or isn't sure of how to begin again, climb the ladder and climb up towards their personal goals and, let's say, empowerment?
So I've been stuck numerous times. I mean, I'm just as human as everyone else, and I felt stuck in, even in my health, or, in my workout program. And what works for me is sitting quietly in prayer first. That's the first thing I do when I feel stuck, because I can't, again, rely on my own strength. It's just too hard. So I go directly to prayer first, and then it's just about taking a step. It's one baby step. You hear this all the time. All it takes to start gaining momentum is one step. Because once you take that first step, even when I lost my mom, I was grieving so much. I was stuck. I felt like I was at rock bottom. She was my best friend. I loved my mother more than, and she was like having all 100 girlfriends all wrapped in one person for me. And when I lost her, my world was shattered, and I was stuck. And I realized I was so sick of feeling that way. I just had to muster up enough strength, and I took a step, and I got myself dressed. I got myself out of bed, and I did a workout just to feel better. 15 minutes, just take a walk, clear my head. And then that gave me a little courage to do it again. I said, I want to feel like that again. And so I did it again the next day. And then I did it again the next day. And that's how I got myself out of stuck. That's how you can get yourself out of stuck. It's that one simple thing that can start to cause momentum. And then it builds a little courage for you to keep going.
Wow.
And then you can begin that climb and say, okay, I'm going to do this. It's about, the self-belief, believing, okay, I'm going to believe in myself because nobody's going to believe in me. We have to believe in ourselves first. We can't rely on other people to do things for us. So it's up to us to take that first step, believe in ourselves to take that first step, and love ourselves enough to take the first step. We have one life to live. I'm so passionate to help women get out of stuck because you don't get another chance. This is it. It doesn't matter how old you are, what you've been through. You have one shot, and it's right now, in this moment. So what are you going to do?
Wow. What a nice exit plan you got to get out of stuck. Amazing. And we all remember that God will always be there, no matter what.
Yes.
This is really, really important. Now, okay, enough about seriousness. Let's have some chill. All right. So,
Okay.
the time just runs very fast. So I would love to just like break it with a bit of a smile. How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
Okay. So if you are in position and in a funny way, so just to introduce yourself with 2 words, what would those 2 words be?
Passion and faith.
Me. Good. Okay. 2 things remains there in your bucket list.
Ooh, my bucket list is I want to travel to Bora Bora.
Nice.
I see it on TV all the time. I want to go there. I want to go in that water. I want to live, in a hut in the ocean. That's on the bucket list. And I guess it's just, I mean, my husband and I always talk about renting a, one of those beautiful buses, like motorhome, like a beautiful one, and traveling all over the place for like 3 months.
Wow.
So, two things.
Cool. All right.
I love to travel.
Yeah, same here. So whenever you think of this thing, just think of buy one, get one free. So you can send me the ticket.
Sure.
Okay. All right. One habit you look to gain, another one to get rid of in 2023.
One to get rid of is probably, let's see. I would love to stop procrastinating as much as I do. I procrastinate sometimes, and I would like to help myself in that way. And then a habit, what did you say? A new habit I want to gain?
And one to get rid of.
So one that I want to gain is just waking up earlier. I always tell myself I need to wake up earlier so I can get more done and spend more time reading my Bible. And so I have to really work on that.
Okay, one last question. What brings tears to Kelley? What makes Kelley cry?
My children, my children. I am so overwhelmed. I love them so much. I'm so proud of them. And I just this morning, my son is going to be 17, and he was going to a doctor appointment, and he just makes me so proud. So my kids.
Beautiful. That's what makes you cry.
I'm so overwhelmed with love for them that I could cry.
Are you happy?
Extremely happy. Yes. Yes, I feel so blessed in my life, in my marriage, my family. That's number one to me. Nothing else matters to me.
Let's say if we say we need to put two reasons why we are happy. What are these two for you, Kelley?
Two reasons of why I'm happy, because I know the love of God for me. That's one of the reasons why I'm so happy. Um, and my family. I really brings so much happiness to me. I've worked really hard in my family life. Like I've always put my family above everything else because I wanted my marriage to work. I wanted to be a good mom. And I'm not saying I'm perfect in any way, but I'm really proud to say that they bring me so much happiness because it took a long time to get to this place. And I'm truly fulfilled as a mother and as a wife at this point in my life and as a daughter of God. So I just pray it continues to go that way. I mean, life, you never know what's going to happen, but right now I feel extremely blessed.
Amazing, amazing. I'm so happy really to host you in this call.
Thank
And
you.
I would love one last thing before we conclude. It's like the mic is yours. What would you like to address the audience? What would be the message of Kelley?
I would say to please never give up on yourself. No matter what you're going through, there is a way out. No matter the trauma, the pain you're in, or you're just feeling maybe not good enough to move forward, or you're having a setback, don't give up on yourself. You are in control. You can make your own decisions and, get your faith going in your life. Try deepening your faith in yourself, in your self-belief. And then I have a mantra. Can I share my mantra? I say this every day because remember we said we always have two voices in our head. The good one telling us positive things, and then we have a negative voice. And we all battle with negative voices all day, trying to tear us down and tell us, no, you're not going to make it. But my mantra that I say every day is, I will not be defeated by my inner negative voice. So whenever that negativity starts creeping up, or if you're scrolling on social media and you see people doing things that you're not doing, it's okay. You're not supposed to be doing those things. You're supposed to be doing what you're good at. So use my mantra, I will not be defeated by my inner negative voice, and take your power back because you have one life to live and live it to the fullest that you possibly can.
Was this the most amazing interview I had in my show?
What?
Really? This is the least I can say for you, really.
Thank you.
You were shining the moment we started till the end.
Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. And I just pray that your listeners feel blessed or empowered to just keep climbing. That's what life is about. We never can give up. So thank you for having me.
I join my voice to yours. And you, our audience, I hope you found this insightful just like I do. And I hope you enjoy it till the end. So all I have to say is keep watching, stay tuned, and more to come. Thank you, Kelley, for being my guest today. A wonderful guest.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye for now.